Purpletop Garage is honored to be here on the Rubicon in 2014 for the initial Wheelers for the Wounded chapter of Nevada for their first run out into the wilderness with four-wheel drives, paying some tribute to our fine veterans from many wars. This is my faithful steed. I've had this Land Cruiser for probably 20 years. Done some great things to it, a lot of upgrades. I started Purpletop Garage because as we were out on the trails, we were always asked, where did you get your stuff? You know, who made it? And the answer was usually that we did it ourselves. So about 4 years ago, I met up with the owners of ORI Struts, and I became a dealer for the ORI Struts, which we've been running for about 8 years. So long travel suspension has become the specialty of Purpletop Garage. We do design and engineering of link suspension. We do sales and service. We focus on outstanding customer service for the ORI Struts, and we have an exceptional knowledge base on tuning the ORI Struts to get their maximum benefits. Part of the great features of this rig are the rough stuff axle housings, a rough stuff custom housing with original Land Cruiser differential and outers with disc brakes. A little rare these days, but it's my tribute back to the strength of the Toyota. Under the hood we have a little sleeper. We have a 500 cubic inch Cadillac, 1972. It's running fuel injection and no distributor. It is all run by Mega Squirt, do-it-yourself fuel injection that I put the computer together myself. Software with a lot of help from the DIY computer support and online forum support. We're keeping it cool with the 2-row aluminum radiator from Summit Racing Company, a Ford Taurus fan which is operated by a variable frequency drive made by DC Control out of the San Jose area, and our stock air conditioning compressor is our onboard air, which is plumbed all the way through the vehicle. It has a storage tank in the rear and comes up to an available chuck up here on the frame. Running the Hydro Boost with some help from PSC on their pump and their accessories, along with single end hydraulic steering. So we're running the PSC power steering setup. We're running their reservoir with a filter, their pump, and their single end hydro ram. In our custom rough stuff differential, we're running long field axles and outers that we've been running for probably at least 12 years behind this 500 Cadillac with no breakage. ORI Struts, 14-inch up front with custom-made hoops, custom-made crossover, and all of the fender work done by Purpletop Garage. We're also running 4x4 labs steering arms to run the tie rod behind the axle. Underneath the Land Cruiser, we're running a 3-link with a Panhard suspension up front, long travel. 500 Cadillac is attached to a Turbo 400 into a 203 new process transfer case, which is attached to a NP 205 through Off-Road Designs adapter. In the back, we're running a custom 4-link design and installation by Purpletop Garage using predominantly Artec brackets. We're doing a little experimentation on our driveline angles with single carbon joints with great success. I think we're at driveline about 400 class now. Running 10-watt single high-intensity LEDs available through Purpletop Garage. Pushing the power out the back of our 4-link setup is a custom rough stuff housing with the stock Toyota Land Cruiser differential running out into a 14-bolt hybrid outer using solid spindles and hubs and custom-made RCV shafts, along with our ORI strut install in the back and our big Chevy calipers to slow it all down. So to keep everything in check and out of a yard sale, we have custom-made drawer, 42 inches deep, Holds our welder, all our spoke tools, oil, straps, air hoses. Keeps everything in check when we're not quite on all four tires. In the back we have a custom made rack that holds a Rubbermaid bin that holds all of camping gear. We have an angle refrigerator, so we no longer have to rely on ice and how long we can be out on the trail. The cage has 68 bends, is firmly affixed directly to the frame. It's welded on the frame, and it has quick disconnects, so those times when we need to take it off. Up top we have the Purpletop bimini cover. The story behind the Purpletop is one day, years and years ago, I did a white canvas top that was tie-dyed purple. We ended up losing that, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go with purple. So me and my buddy Brian, we both got purple tops, which was completely out of the ordinary and very loud. And then we became known as the guys with purple tops. So that segued into how Purpletop Garage got its name. Inside we have a custom-made diamond plate storage box, made by myself, welded by a good friend of mine. Have a custom steering wheel. Started out as a Grant steering wheel, destroyed a perfectly good steering wheel, brand new, and clad it in purple heartwood. So that and it's size particularly large for my hands. Also made one for my buddy Brian, who's several inches taller than me and much bigger hands, and his is made out of zebra wood, same style. We have custom tonneau cover, whole custom console in the center. All of the ignition and switches are out of the console under low voltage, and they run into a relay bank up in the dash. In the back, for my little skipper key sidekick, I have a custom made box area over a storage box. Got his own premium carpet, a guardrail around him that has dimple eyes in it so he can see and hear at all times. Running into poly seats that have a little extra padding and heated seats, in mine only. Down here we have a secondary fuel tank that mimics the stock tank under the passenger seat. This runs a passive transfer system. There is no pump, there's no additional accessories. It runs a single line between the two. Always works, never have to transfer fuel. Works great. So on our original Land Cruiser frame, we ended up chopping it right behind the mount for the roll cage and did a DOM tube back half. Dual tubes that go around the ORI strut towers provided by Rough Stuff out of Loomis. And we have probably the oldest feature on this Land Cruiser are these round rocker panels. They've seen a lot of abuse, a lot of shopping carts. Up front on the frame we have the stock Toyota frame that comes up to the motor mount for the 500 Cadillac. From there forward, because we were going to full hydro in such a different style of suspension, we did a much cleaner option and just cut the frame off and completely rebuilt the front of it, which now holds the original custom front bumper that I made probably 15 years ago, still holding strong. For light up front, we have a dual 10-watt high-intensity LED lights available from Purpletop Garage. Purpletop Garage has taken a lot of effort and work into working with disabled veterans and other disabled folks to provide access to their vehicles. We have designed, engineered, built, and installed lift systems to bring paraplegics in and out of their vehicle, created specific suspension designs that ride in a fashion that folks with long-term back injuries makes it possible for them to come out into this tremendously rough terrain and have a great time with us. Purpletop Garage is always available for questions regarding disability access for four-wheel drive vehicles, long travel performance suspension specific to the ORI struts,